want to just talk about a few things, strategies. Let me share. Okay, so I'm just gonna share a few things. Now, I don't know about you guys, how you start your presentation, and you have all your styles. I like Mark's style. I'm just gonna share a training. I do like Mark's style when he talk about what an extra income can do and all that. And I also like to use this as a conversation starter. Just to help you out, how do you start a conversation? For instance, you are in a bar or you're sitting to somebody in public and you want to start a conversation, and you go say, you don't just say, "Are you looking for a business? Are you looking for opportunity?" It's too obvious that you are just trying to recruit. So I would talk about a conversation. My favorite conversation starter is, depending on the person, is the state of the economy and what is the most pressing demand or pain point in the market. Assuming the person is a bit more business minded, they look sharp a bit. It is in a very much more, a good situation where the person is lucky to be very business minded. And we say, you can start with these statistics in the market, which says, did you know that the main pain point in the market at the moment is the cost of owning a car or running a car? And the statistics say in the US alone, the leasing market is a 91 billion market. Okay, just mute everybody, just mute. Okay, it's a 91 billion market from this year to 2027 projected. And that is just the official statistic. How about the people who didn't even bother to apply? I assume they got the statistic from an application for leasing market, so it's a formal data. But how are people who didn't even bother to try because they know we won't get this to lease? So he's saying this is a growing market and there's not enough solution for this. It is quite obvious that this is really a major pain point in our daily expense, because car is the second biggest expense in our life. Just to repeat ourselves many times, especially in the States, in America, car is a big thing. In London, you can survive without having a car. You can just travel. It's a very compact city. The public transport is very efficient. But in the States, when I was in California, in Dallas, in Las Vegas, it's huge. You don't just travel by public transport. You got to have a car. So car demand, or the demand to reduce the cost of the car, is huge. And they'll say, yes, I didn't realize that. Then is that how big it is? It's a conversation starter. In the UK, in Europe, the statistics say just last year, it's a 6 billion market just for the second-hand leasing. Just for the second-hand. I'm not sure what statistics for a brand new leasing, but just for the second-hand, it's a 6 billion market. And I'm sure this is also, again, just the formal statistic. So you can quote this as a conversation starter, and then you jump into MyCarClub. You know, I'm actually with this company now. I think we are introducing a very exciting solution, or part of the solution to this huge demand of owning or running a car. And it is a membership club. Are you interested in this? And then you go into the conversation. So this is a conversation starter using the statistics. Maybe for somebody's a bit more business-minded looking, a little bit more sharp, you can come into here. What about an ordinary person? And you chat with them in the bar again, or in a public place, and they say, wow, you know, it's so costly to drive a car nowadays. What car do you drive? I drive this. How much is that costing you? Oh, it's gonna cost me so much. How are you funding it? With, oh really? Oh, you costing you? Oh, mine costs $1,000 a month. And you know, and on top of that, I have all these repairs and I have this insurance and breakdown covers. Oh, really? Wow. By the way, I'm quite excited because I've just become a member of this new amazing company called MyCarClub, where I can actually qualify for a car with only $33 a month to actually qualify for a car. Oh, really? That's a 2 tiers conversation starter. That's when you are chatting, you know, when you are out at the weekend, or you know, you're traveling in a public transport and all that. So those are my tips. But of course, most of you here who are marketeers, you're gonna go straight for the entrepreneurs, those seeking for opportunities. That I think you're quite familiar to do. Those of you who are social media savvy, you go straight for the marketing of the opportunity. So that's quite good. Now, other than that, I'm gonna just go on other things as well. I'm gonna touch on the second most asked question that I get from my presentation is, why should I go for the how do I? This is for the developing countries. They say we're gonna struggle, really gonna struggle to get this platinum, and they said we like that feature where you can access the back office, but why is it not given to us? I give them the strategy whereby I say, don't worry. What you should work on. Let me jump. It is my no. I'm not prepared for this. I can see. I'm just gonna jump to my training section. There you go. My training section. I was just gonna go back into the training section here. Yeah. You explain to them, look, get 3 people in the first week or 30 days, you're gonna earn the 275. Now try hard not to spend that. Just get another 2 person at 55 plus 55. Now you have 385. Now, because you already paid 110 in the first month, that 285 is enough for you to pay the 360. So all of you should then try hard to persuade your members to use the 275 plus 2 more, we should get within the second month or second week, whatever it is, and buy the platinum membership. Why is it so important to have your platinum members? Because then you have a long whole year commitment, and they need not to worry about paying for the next month. I know some countries, $275 is a lot of money, and they want to withdraw that and recoup whatever they paid at 143. I understand that, but if they can persuade them to keep the 275 and get 2 more, they got 385, and use the 360 to pay for the whole year, and now they have a peace of mind. So that's how I would really persuade my new members, my brand new members, to aim for the platinum membership within the second stage, second month or second week, the moment they get the 275. I hope it's making sense to you all, because why is it important? Again, as I said to you, having platinum members are down and replicate, meaning you have very, very low dropout rate. So that is, I'm sure you already thought about this. If you haven't, the strategy is called get 5 and your platinum. Get 5 and your platinum. But you don't say that in the early stage. You say that in the second stage, where get 3 and then get another 2, 5, get your platinum. So there is a strategy here where you can get the members to fund their platinum members in the second week or second month, after, as soon as they receive the 275. So how about placement? I said, oh, if they're placed and then they don't get a 55, obviously we need to encourage our members to really go for 3 directs instead of being placed. Placement is going to help them further, but you really got to help them to get the directs, 3 directs. In fact, if you even want to bless them, maybe you don't collect, you don't place, but you just give them directly so that they quickly qualify for the 75. Make them promise, please don't spend this. I'll put it under you, but you promise not to spend if you can. And say, yes, I'll promise. Why? Because we're going to find 2 more person. Another 55, 55, that's 110. Plus the 275, now you got 285. Spend the 360 for your platinum. So I hope that helps everyone. Other things which you don't get from the what they call official presentation, because the official presentation is designed to be short, not too long, and I understand so, and think it's rightly so. People cannot concentrate more than 15 minutes most of the time, and the corporate presentation is usually designed to be short and sharp. In my own presentation, I expand a little bit more, whereby I talk about our physical presence. If you do not have this, feel free to message me. I can share some of the slides. This is an actual office in Dubai. I just came back from there. I was there. This is our office in Dubai. The blue tower is 2nd floor, by the way. This is the Museum of the Future. McDonald's at the bottom. And we do have a physical presence in Dubai. Although this office, most of the activities are on real estate and software development. If you all do not know yet, we are actually in financial education. We are in real estate. We are also in software development, especially brokerage software, CRM. And there are more to MyCarClub. But we do have whenever we're in Dubai, we are in this office, and our recent event in Dubai, we make full use of the office when we were there. In fact, a few blocks here, we have the company apartment as well. It is called, I'm trying to remember the apartment they're called, I forget, but a short walk, about 5 minutes walk, there's an apartment here that's company used for meetings and all that. Beautiful apartment. Now, continuing on the credibility angle, people want to know presence. Again, we have an actual operation office in Birmingham, UK. For those of you who are familiar with the UK, we do have the building called Fort Dunlop, which is actually the famous Dunlop company building. Used to have tires there and all that. They refurbished that and turned into an office building, plus a hotel besides it. And it's called the Fort Dunlop. We are at the 1st floor again, and that's where mainly you see all the training going on Wednesday. That's where it happens. So we do have an actual presence in the UK. Behind me, actually, this one is our lounge in the London sales office, but it's more of a shared office itself. It's part of the WeWork network. It's a beautiful office. So we have a sales office in London as well, but mainly the action happened in our Birmingham office and this is where the operation office is. Yeah. So I hope that helps you to be assured that this company is for real. Now, most of you do not know that the company actually bought a building back in 2021. This is a 327 units apartment in Istanbul. One of the most beautiful building. You travel to in Istanbul, you see this jutting out, very colorful. We bought that when the whole property market was really down all over the world. That's just the second year after in fact, towards the end of 2020, when the whole world was in panic mode. There were a lot of deals to be had, and this one particularly become very attractive because we bought at a very good price. The developers very obviously, a lot of developers were struggling and really needing to offload their stock, and we bought this because it's a very good building. Next to it over here there's a station that being built, and the train all the way from the airport passed by here all the way to the center. So these are mostly sold. We have a few tiny units here, studio units at the top. We have an office here, one of the apartments within the office, but we're going to sell that as well. So we do have solidity in terms of we are actually in the real estate. Now in 2022, we actually started building this development in Dubai, in the area where the green developments going on, new development. Started building this in 2022, and also we want to sell this as well. So giving you all this for credibility and also some documentary evidence for real. We have a license in the UAE. This is a license in Dubai. The information there is redacted for security purpose. Now, why the UAE? Why do we resell in UAE and in Dubai? Because UAE is a very easy to get to, very easy to fly in. The visa requirement is not too strict, and 80% of the population of UAE are expatriates. Yeah, so they have a very lenient visa requirement. People go there for business. Very welcoming, very efficient city, quite fun, and obviously the corporation tax regime is also very favorable. So that's why we set up in Dubai for that reason. And for further credibility, we also show people our bank account with Sharjah Bank, one of the biggest bank in UAE, just to give you assurance that we are for real. You know, you've seen so many banks, so many program out there that couldn't even tell all this, but we tell you exactly even our bank account as well. We have another bank account, also another bank, which I usually also share, but I don't this time. And this is actually quite obvious. I think Mark has been advocating, all of you have been doing this. It's quite obvious, but some of you who are new, you do not really know the composition plan is actually a uni level. You could end up with a flat organization if you keep giving your direct link. You end up with a very flat organization and no momentum. Although this is a uni level composition plan, you should build like a matrix. 3, get front 3, and then get a 4th person. Let's go here. Let's say that's you. That's you up there. And you could end up just recruiting flat if you just give your direct link. But you should get your first 3 core leaders and get a 4th one, help out whoever is active, who's ever excited. Let's say A is very excited. Say, A, listen, I've got somebody here. I see you very excited and you're serious about this. I'm gonna place the person under you for your to help you out. I said, wow, thank you very much. Same thing with B. You got a fifth person, you drop into under B and say the same thing. I do not recommend filling up all the three. Otherwise, they say, hey, this is easy. I'm not doing anything. Because you do want them to get the first three direct. You're only helping them with an extra. Why they need a three direct? To qualify for the 275. You got to tell them placement do not earn them the 275. Of course, you would have earned the 55. Now, whether you want to collect or not collect the $55 is up to you. Either you want to just bless A, B, or C and use the direct link to add the new member and bless them so that they qualify for 275. Or if you want to collect, meaning you do the placement, the second link. I'm sure you're all familiar by now, whereby there are two links. One is the direct link. The second one is a placement link where the first username is your own and the last one is the username of the person you want to place under. So you choose that. But I would say make sure your direct or whoever it is get the three as well and not relying on that placement. The placement is an extra for them so that one of the legs will start building, growing. Now, it is very important to tell them to make sure the leg is balanced. You know, keep an eye on the three legs, make sure they are balanced, three of them. It is very easy, of course, to be bogged down. One of the leg will grow so fast and you're having to support them and all that, and you get ignored, or you didn't have time to develop your second and third leg. Make sure you develop your third leg. And for those of you who do not know, actually, and for those of you who knows, I mean, you say, but Ken, you can only have a maximum of 100 per leg. What if I reach champion 40, where I need more people? That's when you start your fourth, fifth, and sixth leg. Yeah. When do you start it is a question. I would say just focus in the first three, get the car, get the champion 15, and worry about the fourth and fifth leg. If you build your fourth, fifth leg so early, then they will be waiting. They need support. So build your first three first. The next fourth and fifth and sixth legs will come naturally. For those of you who don't know, that you need 6 legs to become champion 100. If that confuses you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just focus in the first three, get your car, become a junior champion, become a champion, become champion 15. By then, you'll figure it out. So don't sweat about it. Worry about your reaching your champion position and champion 15. So that is a tip from me. Go for the 120. So 40, 40, 40, 120. So I hope that's quite good for you going forward. For those of you who are quite new, that'd be a good tip for you. Now, finally, what I'm going to talk about is events. Promoting events is very, very important. We mentioned that there's going to be an event in Egypt in October, but actually that's going to be moved nearer to the United States and nearer to the Caribbean. Where exactly? I know, but I'm not supposed to say yet. It's going to move away. It's not going to be in Egypt. Promoting events is very, very important, especially for the next one in Atlanta and Orlando. Mainly Atlanta, because Orlando is a smaller event. Atlanta is the bigger event. Now, you can launch your own Facebook event page and then promote that. They created the event Bright page. I think the challenge with that, if you promote that link, if somebody actually sign up, and unable to say you didn't know them, let's say you promoted the link on Facebook and then people sign up, then you didn't know who that person was. So there's somebody sign up and Alan and Mark said, who's this? Who got this? I think that link they have in Eventbrite is suitable to sign up somebody who's already a member. But if you're just promoting that link for new members, then when they sign up for that, you wouldn't know who signed up because of your promotion. I hope that makes sense. So that link they created is actually going to be mainly for a predetermined member. You already know who they are and you just want to. But if you do launch your own event page, make sure you close them quickly. You call them and they just don't turn up. You must then tell Mark and Alan saying, look, I got 3 more person here coming, then you register that, if that makes sense. So I would say you got to be very aware, because the Atlanta event link is promoted, but if you do just spread that link and people sign up, you wouldn't be able to tell whose promotion managed to get the sign up. I hope that makes sense. Now, for me, for my team, for the team that I know, I mean, is they launch their own event page, so that when people land on that and register, they call them and close them, and then they'll tell the main organizer, which is Mark and Alan, said, by the way, I got 3 people already confirmed. Can you add to this? It's very important for you to add the number to the main people. Otherwise, if you have 30 people already registered with you, but Mark and Alan didn't know, then they turn up 30. That is a problem. So it's a very tricky one. But the link at the moment is a kind of a predetermined members who already know the sponsors, and this up. But you got to add to it. If you have your own list, add to it. So sort of makes sense. Yeah. So that is the event promotion strategy. I think it's very important for you to really make use of events. A lot of you here are from the States, I can imagine, and United States and the Caribbean. Make full use of the Atlanta event. The Orlando event is a smaller event, so make use of the 5th of August. I will be there. I will be on stage with OMD Paul Chalmers, and let's have fun. Let's have fun there, yeah. So that's it. Actually, I just came up with that impromptu. I hope that was useful. I have other materials, by the way, but I didn't have the slides ready. I wish I could use that. But I hope that was useful. We're already 45 minutes in, so that's not bad. I managed to talk for a long time. So anybody has a question about that strategies, or any question at all about the event, anything at all, please raise your hand and ask question. Otherwise, we will conclude, and then you all attend for the 8 o'clock USA time with proper training by Mark Hamlin. Any question? If not, we'll close, and we'll see again later on. Looks like no question. You all here? Okay. Is Alan here by any chance? No, Alan Jones not here. Let me check. KD is here. Daya is here. Diane. Okay. So I assume you don't have any question. Otherwise, I'll give you 1 more minute to ask. Otherwise, we are good. Gary, you got anything to say, Gary?
Hello, I have a question.
You have a question?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, and this is my first time actually joining a Zoom meeting when it comes to this project. And my question is just that I want to know whether this program is sustainable.
Okay. So
yes.
You have not listened to the presentation itself?
Yes. I've gone through some videos online, just check some PDF, but I've not actually joined full training. But I just wanted to know whether this program is sustainable, just for me.
Let me preempt your thought. The reason why a lot of the programs you join is not sustainable because they were the investment program, correct? The ROI program. Let me tell you why they are not sustainable. They say to you, give us $1,000, we will give you 20% a month. Yeah. When they receive the 1,000, two things happen. Either they're just pretending to trade, or they have this bot, but they don't trade. So it's just a pure passing around money, Ponzi. Or if they do trade, if they do have a trading program, there's a problem. People forget when they say 20% on the 1,000, they think that 1,000 is available for that trading. What the truth is, about 60% of those, let's say 50%, are already spent paying all the commissions. Otherwise, who pay for the direct bonus, 10%, binary bonus, all this bonus? By the time you pay all this, the trader will have between 40 to 50%, about $400 to $500. And now they promise 20% a month. Now, if they do trade, now they have to produce 40%. And if you Google the top fund manager in the world, they produce about 25% a year. And they're top, yeah? If you look at the top copy trader in eToro, one of the biggest social trading, their record is about 56% in 24 months. How about producing 40% in 1 month? Now, you know already that's impossible. That's before their expenses, rent and salary and IT and all that. So that the 50% is even reduced further, and you're talking about have to produce 60%. Now, the question then is, why do we think this is sustainable? A good question, because it is exactly the reason why we launched MyCarClub. We do have a program which actually not an ROI, an actual education program with actual trading team in the UK. They traded, and still they struggle to produce that because, again, the same problem with this amount available is actually less than the actual amount. Now, we then look at the market. What can we find in this market that it's so low cost, sustainable, and we don't have to give this ROI? And we found the car market. Now, when we receive 120 people before you qualify for the car, times 33, that's 3,960. What is our obligation? $1,000 max for the car. Yeah, maybe a deposit here and there. So we still have about 3,000. Maybe we have to get rid of deposit. We have some capital for deposit. So we receive, we pay out. We receive, we pay out. There's no obligation for ROI. What we receive is the amount we receive. There's no 50%, 40%. We don't have to pay them daily reward or compensation or ROI. So as long as we receive, before they hit 120, we have that money, and then when they hit 120, we pay out for the car. So in that way, there is no compounding reward. We don't have no 10%, 5% a day, 1% a day. Those are the unsustainable. This is really like product-based. As long as the money coming in fact, better than product, because if you are Amway or Nutritions, you have all this product to pay. You have to get the nutritions and packaging and sauce, and you got to pay for that. That's why in product-based, you get pennies and pennies and pennies. In this, it's a product car, but we don't have to pay for the car. The car is there. It's in the garage, and you're just waiting for us. We don't have to produce it, we don't have to manufacture it, we don't have to store it. It's there. All you have to do is by the way, can we get that car you already have? We pay 1,000. That's it. We only pay once we get the money. So it's a beautiful system. It is intentionally so to solve this non-sustainability, because anything that is geared towards almost like a passive income, it's dependent on another source of producing that income, which is usually trading or bots or anything like that. So does answer your question?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm very clear. I'm ready to fly with the business.
Sorry?
I said I'm ready to fly with the business. You will hear about me very soon.
Very good. Go ahead with it. Go ahead with it. And you probably found my channel. I created a channel, youtube.com/@MyCarClub channel. In fact, I'd like to say, for those of you who haven't heard about it, I think I'll make it a part of my training. I think what I'm going to do is launch that channel for everybody's benefit. I do this because it is a powerful resource for you, and you should really make use of this, because I put my heart into it. I created this for the whole company, for the whole membership. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. So all of you, either you just search on YouTube, MyCarClub channel. You get it right on the top, because now all of you, please subscribe, and always like the videos, because it helps our ranking. Yeah. So all the good stuff, when people search MyCarClub, all the good videos will appear on the top, and the rubbish one won't be there. So make sure wherever I launch a new video, make sure you all thumbs up, subscribe. There are thousands of you, and I got only 520. You should all subscribe. Click subscribe, and click the notification bell. Hit that so that you get notification of, obviously, in the first place, you need to have a Gmail, and all you need to do is create a channel and subscribe. Increase the subscriber spaces, because this helps the ranking of this channel. And whenever I launch and upload, make sure you like it. Now, this channel is your university, your academy, the go-to place. I put a lot of effort on this. Yeah. Late night, late morning, sometimes up to 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Now here, number one is an introduction. We are updating that. There are 2 short videos here. There's me talking on stage. Secondly is the business presentation. Almost every single corporate presentation is uploaded here. You see here. Now, the beauty of this is it's very, very well organized. When you click on this, here it is, organized in a reverse historical or chronological order. This is where you binge on watching. Yeah. If you click the first one, it is organized in a playlist, meaning it's beautifully organized in a reverse chronological order right back to April. So you can binge watch this and learn. This is how you go here and you play this, and then you play the next one, and you learn a lot. Everything is there for you. Yeah. Now,
Yes.
and then you have this business training. You click on this, the same thing, all the training done by the Spanish one, the English one, over here. You can go back right from the beginning. Very, very valuable. Yeah, very, very valuable. This is where you learn. This is where you should go. You're spending your time. And how about the social media training? Here, Miss Louise, one of our trainer, has been doing 8 weeks of training. This is absolutely gold nuggets. If you click this,
give me a thumbs up if you can.
It goes back all the way to first week. Yeah. Part 1, part 2, part 3, up to 8 in a reverse chronological order. And this is where you should binge watch as well, because her training is absolutely brilliant, right from basics to a bit advanced now. So really good. If you want to look for testimonials of winners, you click this. Then you can share with your prospect of the previous one. I'm supposed to update this, mind the advertisement, all the previous testimonials. There are more to come, because it takes me some time. Whenever there's a Zoom call and there is a testimonial Zoom call, I have to re-upload that several times and slice them into small sections. It takes a lot of time, but at least all these are here for you to make full use. I would say this is your single most important resource for learning and also for updates. So make full use of this academy, I would say. In fact, having said academy, just to give you a hint as well, I'm just about to launch. It's not ready yet. Academy. A little secret. I'm launching an academy channel where here it's a, can you see this? Can you all see this? Yeah. I'm not sure if you can see this. If you can't see it, the idea is for me to have a playlist of all the top trainers here. You know, one of the best trainer is Eric Worre. I'm going to collect all, link all. I cannot re-upload, otherwise I'm probably infringe the copyrights. I have to tag it as a copyright, as a list. Eric Worre is a top coach. Everything he says, every single video you will learn, get use Eric Worre. Darren Kidd, I like him. He's really good in coaching as well. Ray Higdon is very good, very solid. Fraser Brooks is very good in social media. By all means, watch all his videos. I like Tanya Eliza. She is very, very fun to watch. She has a very good way of teaching. Not only the building your company, but building your brand. I really like Tanya Eliza. And then Tony Robbins, of course, the big coach, not only in marketing, but overall. And then you see all the favorite channels I have here corresponding to the people I uploaded here. So this can be useful channel. And the idea being I can then upload my own video as well going forward. It is all at the moment just a playlist, a link, because downloading somebody else's material, let's say from Eric Worre, and re-uploading my channel, I could be shut down because of copyright. So I hope that's useful. That's coming up as well. But the plan is to have an academy in the back office. We're also teaching all this as well, so that our offering benefits will be more than just the opportunity, but also a lot of educational material as well. So I hope that's useful. I think I've said enough. We are, oh wow, almost 1 hour now. So I think we are good, unless there's urgent question. Otherwise, we call it. Oh, Nuru, go ahead. You have your hands up.
Yes, thank you very much, sir, for giving me this opportunity. So I'm not sure it's a question, maybe it's a request I wanted to make. I just came from Rwanda recently, and I met two leaders with a good network, a big network of more than 400 people.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about Rwanda. Is they've been cracking down Ponzi scheme companies in Rwanda. So everybody is scared to join any kind of platform if it's not legally registered in their country. Okay. So that's the one of the concern they express. They're like, hey, we like this program, we have the people, but what is the protection the company can give us from the government? Because we don't want to get involved into something that is going to backfire on us. So there's some information I can provide to the company to legalize the company in Rwanda. Registration is free. but it's gonna need some kind of documentation and everything to make things really legal, so people can build a business without fear. Because when there is fear, there is no business at all. So that's something that I would like to request to make to the company, to the corporate. If you guys are willing to work with us, we have people on the ground who can help us through the process, and then we just
sure.
yes.
What you do, you probably are you in the USA group? Are you in the USA group? Which group are you in? What's up?
Yeah, I think I am in the Carlos group.
Okay. Reach out to me, and we will then pass this on to CFO. Two things can happen. One, like now, we already are registered in Nigeria. We have a company in Nigeria, and we are just completed USA. We look at whichever is urgent, and then we will register. There are two things. Present is one thing. Registration is important. But what is more important is what is the law there about network marketing or MLM or multi-level or this kind of thing. Because there are two laws. One is company registration. One is the network marketing. In fact, there are three. If you're involved in anything financial, it's an investment law as well. So three things. We are not involved in anything financial. We're not offering shares. That's okay. So registration and the network marketing, what is the law in Zimbabwe with regard to this? So send to me, send to Carlos. Carlos know my number, and we look at it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So thank you very much, everyone. And I managed to talk for almost an hour. It's amazing, without any materials, without being preparation. So I hope that was you. Did you all find that useful or obvious, or was that useful what I said? Things like that. Is that good?
Yep.
Okay, good. So
Thank
I'll
you.
see you. I'll see you all in the next Zoom call, and take care. Happy Monday. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.